If you need a move of God in your life and it hasn't come to pass, one thing could be stopping it. Maybe you needed healing in your body for a long time, or you have a financial challenge. It's so big, but you don't know how to overcome it. You're likely to have prayed about your situation again and again, but the passage of time maybe have left you wondering, why hasn't this come to pass? You're just struggling. My name's Pastor Jim Wallace. I'm on staff at Crossroads International Church, and this morning we want to continue our looking at the rise above disbelief. Whenever we ask why we aren't seeing his miracle working power, Jesus always answers back, because of your disbelief. That was in Matthew 17. It can be tough to hear, but it is disbelief, not the will of God. That is the cause of so much defeat in the lives of so many believers. It's not that we don't want to believe, for the most part, for we have learned how to overcome the tiniest bit of disbelief that resides in our heart. That's difficult. We haven't done that. Often we don't even know if it's there until we take a closer look. We're just struggling. We don't know where it's coming from. And that's likely the cause, as it was in Jesus' hometown, where he said he did not do many mighty works there because of their disbelief. This is in his hometown. So disbelief, what is it? Disbelief is believing something other than what God has said he can do with any situation. You see, you can believe Jesus was raised from the dead, you can believe he's your Lord, you can believe he's coming soon, but you don't believe he can do what he says he can do. And you continue, because of that, operating in a kind of a environment of disbelief. You can believe in him but still not believe what he says. The Bible calls this, it sounds really harsh, an evil heart, a hardened heart, and a heart of disbelief that it upsets God. So why is belief so important? Because if you believe, all things are possible, Jesus said. And that's where God wants us to live. This is where he wants us to hang out, in this realm when all things are possible through him and him alone. That's what sets believers apart today in this climate, this very challenging climate, from a lost and dying world. And today you may feel like the man with the demon-possessed child who cried out to Jesus for help, and he says, Lord, I believe, but help my disbelief. If you desire to be a man or woman who really desires to rise above their disbelief, a person who believes in the promise of God without wavering, you can keep the weeds of doubt out of your garden by putting in action ways to overcome disbelief. I hope you will join me each week as we look at the rise above disbelief in a variety of ways. If you're struggling, you're not alone, and don't be alone. Find a local church and draw near to fellow believers. They're there to build you up, to love on you, and to minister you as well. If you're here in the greater Providence area, please come up 95, right up Route 95, across the border from Rhode Island, and to Crossroads International Church. I would love to hear your story. And this body will do what I just shared about loving you and caring about you and ministering to you. For now, I'll see you next week with another devotion of Rising Above Your Disbeliefs. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon. Blessings.